HP's Chromebook 13 is the company's first attempt to make a premium Chromebook, but is it worth opening up your wallet for? Most Chromebooks follow a formula, inexpensive workhorses without much flash. But the HP Chromebook 13 starts at $500 with options ranging all the way up to over $1,000. That's a premium price, but all that cash gets you a Chromebook unlike any other one on the market, save the Google-made Pixel. From a distance, you'll be forgiven for mistaking the Chromebook 13 for a MacBook Air, but get closer and the brushed metal body and shiny accents help this laptop stand out a bit. On its own merits, the Chromebook 13 is a nice-looking laptop, if a bit bland and somewhat derivative. It's not as eye-catching as the Spectre 13.3, that's for sure. But the HP Chromebook 13 is quite thin and light, well under 3 pounds and only half an inch thick. Despite its small profile, it's also a pretty solid computer. The exception is the screen, which you can actually flex really easily, and that does not impart a premium feel. But on the other hand, it's not exactly something you'll be doing regularly. Overall construction feels pretty good, but I'd expect a little more from a computer this expensive. A good Chromebook needs to have a good screen, keyboard, trackpad, and battery life. HP's latest succeeds on almost all fronts. The screen is the best I've seen on any Chromebook besides the Pixel. Its 3200 by 1800 resolution means text is extremely sharp and pictures and video really pop. Its colors look very true to life as well. Most people would probably be fine with a 1080p display, but as someone who loves the Pixel's super dense screen, I'm happy HP went all the way here. It's not an IPS screen, so the viewing angles aren't as good as you'll find on some other machines, and HP really should have included an option to get a touchscreen here. But I otherwise have no complaints. The keyboard and trackpad are similarly excellent and a joy to use all day long, and the combo of 8GB of RAM paired with the Intel Core M5 processor meant that performance was outstanding. Sadly, battery life was not. In my testing, it barely made it through 6 hours of work. HP claims 11.5 hours of battery life, but you'll only get that on models that have the lower resolution 1080p screen. If battery life is of the utmost importance to you, you'll want to go for that screen or pick a different laptop. The other big consideration here is price. HP's Chromebook 13 is very nice, but it should be. The model that we tested cost $819. That's just more money than most people should spend on a Chromebook, no matter how nice it is, particularly when the battery life is relatively poor. Ultimately, it's hard to recommend the HP Chromebook 13 as I tested it. It's a very, very nice computer with one glaring weakness and a very high price. There are lots of other Chromebooks that will get the job done at a fraction of that cost. Fortunately, HP makes a few of those itself. You can get a lower spec Chromebook 13 for $500 with a Pentium processor or $600 with an Intel Core M3 processor. We haven't tested those models out yet, but in all likelihood they'll be good enough for most users and they'll come at a much more reasonable price. If you want a Chromebook with a wonderful screen and great hardware and don't mind giving up a little battery life, the cheaper models HP is selling are probably worth a look.